OpenAI whistleblower Suchir Balaji found dead. The police has apparently ruled it a suicide. But is there more going on than meets the eye? Watch this slide deck till the end and you may get some clues as to what could have really happened. Who is Suchir Balaji? What happened? All this and more in this small slide deck that I'm going to show you. Really, really sad because this is one of our kids, probably your neighbor's son, who has done well, who studied at UC Berkeley. And unfortunately, I don't know what really drove him to commit suicide. I mean, there were some bad things that were happening, but still, I'm going to just show you what happened and what might have led up to it. Please like this video and share it with your friends and relatives because it really pains my heart that such talent decides to take its own life. Nothing is really that bad. You don't have to opt to kill yourself as the only option left. In my opinion, there are many challenges that one will face in life, but certainly there is no need to kill oneself for it. This is just my personal opinion. So let's take a quick look at this slide deck. You'll understand where I'm coming from. Who is Suchir Balaji? Well, Suchir Balaji was a 26-year-old former OpenAI researcher, and he was found dead in his apartment last month, and his death was ruled a suicide by the San Francisco Police Department. Balaji left OpenAI in October 2023, about a year and a few months ago, and emerged as a whistleblower and accusing the company of training its AI models on copyrighted material scraped from the internet without authorization. This is a bit of a gray area, okay? This thing about taking something from the internet, because there is something called as fair use doctrine. So that is where the whole thing is going to come, and you'll understand what this case was about as you see through this slide deck. Balaji's death came 3 months after he publicly accused OpenAI of violating US copyright law while developing ChatGPT. Balaji raised ethical concerns about the practice, arguing that it was harmful. Balaji questioned the ethical, legal, and foundational aspects of the AI systems he helped create, especially ChatGPT. Instead of embracing the excitement around AI, he voiced concerns about its flaws and ethical implications. His tragic death shocked the tech world and prompted reflection on the issues he had raised regarding the AI industry. Balaji joined OpenAI in 2020 after graduating from the University of California, Berkeley, and wasn't the typical Silicon Valley visionary. Why? Initially captivated by the promise of artificial intelligence, he believed that it could solve major global challenges like curing diseases and addressing climate change. By 2024, Balaji grew disillusioned with AI, particularly OpenAI's ChatGPT, which he felt was exploiting humanity rather than serving the greater good. So what really was the crux of the issue? On October 23, 2023, Balaji posted an essay on his site in which he used a mathematical analysis to demonstrate that ChatGPT had violated copyright laws. So this is his blog, and he's saying, in my opinion, the ChatGPT program has violated copyright laws. What he's saying is there is a copying process going on when you're training the data set. That is, the learning algorithm learns this, and then you have a generative model where it is slowly or slightly changing the original, and then it samples it and it deploys it as something similar to the original but not the original. So therefore, you will say that this is a original work rather than it was something that was based on something else. So this is where the interpretation gets a little murky. Now, what he said was that although ChatGPT's outputs are not exact copies of the inputs, they are also not fundamentally novel, implying a breach of copyright law. So this training and sampling to get something which was similar to what was something else is where this whole thing comes about, that how did you get it without actually getting the permission from the original author or the original content creator. OpenAI Sam Altman disagreed with Balaji's allegations, stating that OpenAI builds its AI models using publicly available data in a manner protected by fair use and related principles supported by long-standing and widely accepted legal precedents. This gets a little murkier as we go along here. In September, OpenAI announced plans to remove non-profit control and give Sam Altman equity as part of a transition to becoming a for-profit company, because they saw a lot of dollars. In fact, ChatGPT is now a subscription model. You can't get it free. Balaji's death occurred at a critical period for OpenAI, which had become a multi-billion-dollar company with hundreds of millions of users worldwide. His death came a day after he was named in a court filing, with OpenAI planning to search his files as part of a lawsuit brought against the company by those accusing it of copyright violation. So this is where this thing comes up. He was afraid that OpenAI might subpoena all the data that he has, computer files and so on. Somewhere, something, he must have felt that, oh, this is going to ruin my reputation. After all, this kid is only 26 years old. He has just been in the industry for 3 or 4 years. That's it. But why go to this extreme step? I'm sure he could have consulted a lawyer and he could have said, this is my opinion. Your blog can be your opinion. It doesn't have to be fact. And the company that is suing OpenAI would need to prove beyond reasonable doubt that this was actually not fair use, but it was actually exploiting the original content. So there are lots of things here. This is OpenAI has deep pockets. They would have fought it in the court, and they probably would have even established a precedent if they won that the AI works are not the same as the original one. And in fact, they may have some kind of a disclaimer there saying created artificially or something like that, created using ChatGPT. That court might say you have to use something like this if you are generating output based on somebody else. Again, this is my opinion. Please don't subpoena me for this. It's not worth my time. I'm just an innocent bystander looking at things, and I'm saying that this what ChatGPT is doing is right or wrong. I have nothing to say one way or the other. All I'm saying is that fair use is a murky area. That's all I'm trying to say. Well, we'll see how this thing plays out, but it's very, very regrettable that such a good talent got snuffed so early. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.